What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today, we're going to be focusing on Kick It Bunny. This game was published and developed by Dillyframe Games. They also released some other easy completions like Soko Bunny and Bunny Parking. Now, I am uploading this video guide a bit early. It releases on February 17th, 2021, and it's going to be $9.99. The game is actually up for pre-order now, so if you want to pre-order, I'll have a link in the description below. Now, in the first 15 minutes of this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through how to get all of the miscellaneous achievements. Now, once you start off, what you want to do is jump through the first ring. We're going to have to collect 37 rings total, or jump through 37 rings total. It's basically the main collectible here in this game. That's going to unlock the Will You Marry Me achievement for passing through your first ring. After that, you want to jump off the cliff. You're going to unlock another achievement, this one being worth 35 gamer score, and that is the Leap of Faith achievement. After that, you want to run over to the soccer field right here and kick the ball into the goal. Soccer if you're American, football if you live anywhere else in the world. After that, you're going to unlock your achievement for scoring a football goal or soccer goal. That is the footballer achievement worth 30 gamer score. After that, you want to jump through that second ring right there, and then we have our third ring right here under the waterfall. Next, you want to head over to these chairs right here. The game refers to them as deck chairs, and what we need to do is sit in one for 10 seconds. So what you need to do is actually interact with it. I think you have to press A to interact with it. The crocodiles may come try to kick you. If so, it's no big deal. You will unlock an achievement called Don't Kick Me worth 20 gamer score for getting kicked by an animal. After that, you want to jump on top of the chair and interact with it. Again, I think you need to press A to lay down in the chair. And ultimately, we need to lay down in the chair for 10 seconds to unlock our achievement. There we go. That's going to unlock our next achievement. That one is worth a cringy 33 gamer score for lying on a deck chair for at least 10 seconds. After that, you want to head over to the first puzzle right here. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys about the puzzles. Ultimately, the achievements are going to require us to complete 10 puzzles. There's way more than 10 puzzles in the game, so you can choose which 10 puzzles you want to complete. However, in this video, I'm going to be walking you through 10 specific puzzles in the game in an effort to get a quick 1000 G. Ultimately, to get the full 1000 gamer score, it's going to take about 1 hour. You're going to be able to get all of the miscellaneous achievements in just about 15 or 16 minutes, and then the other 45 minutes is going to be spent completing those 10 puzzles. Now, you can control these puzzle pieces by using two buttons, A and B. One kicks it and one rotates it. And basically what you need to do is place these blocks so that we can fill in the shape and complete the puzzle. I want to give a huge shout out to the developer for hooking me up with the solutions for each of the puzzles. I ended up selecting 10 of the easiest puzzles in the game, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to complete those 10 puzzles. Now, as I mentioned in the first 15 minutes of this video, we're going to be knocking out all of the miscellaneous achievements. That way we could save all of the puzzle related achievements for the end. However, obviously, I did decide to do this one puzzle in the beginning of the video just because I wanted to explain the completion and explain, the puzzle mechanics and the fact that you have to complete 10 puzzles to get the full completion. But otherwise, we have a ton of miscellaneous achievements and we're going to finish wrapping those up right now. Now, you should unlock your achievement for finishing your first puzzle. That one's going to be worth 100 gamer score. That is called Beginner for restoring one figure. Again, we need to complete 10 puzzles or restore 10 figures total to unlock all of the achievements related to completing puzzles. Next, we're going to head over here, and there's going to be an area with a bunch of hippos. We have an achievement over here for kicking the hippos that are watching the soccer game. But first, there's a hippo laying down in this lawn chair. We also get an achievement for kicking an animal that's laying down in a lawn chair or deck chair. So make sure that you kick the hippo that's laying in the chair. That's going to unlock another achievement worth 33 gamer score for kicking somebody off of the deck chair. She's going to come back for revenge and kick you. Just let her kick you. Don't kick her back, otherwise it's just going to start a back and forth of never-ending revenge. Anyways, it's really hard to kick these hippos in the water just because they're in the water and you're swimming and it doesn't really allow you to kick while you're swimming. What you need to do is spam B around the hippo and eventually it will kick them. At first, I thought the achievement was actually unobtainable because you couldn't kick the hippos in the water, but if you spam the B button around them, eventually it will kick them and unlock it. Our next ring is going to be located right here. Make sure you get that one right there. You may need to jump through it. I don't think swimming through it works. And we're going to swim over here. If you didn't know already, I believe you hold down right trigger to sprint. It may be left trigger, but you can sprint and I think even swim a little bit faster if you hold down that trigger button. So we're going to swim all the way over here. What we're going for is there's an area that actually has 15 different rings. So we're going to stack up pretty much half of the rings that we need for this achievement. Again, there are 37 rings total in the game. We need to jump through all of them, basically collect all of the collectibles in the game in effort to get that 100%. But luckily with the video guide, it's pretty easy. Again, huge shout out to the developer. They hooked me up with a map that had all of the locations for the rings. If you're interested in seeing the map, I'll make sure to post it on trueachievements.com under the solution for the 37 ring achievement. If you're interested in maybe looking at a map, maybe you missed one in the video or something like that, I'll make sure to post the map and a solution on True Achievements for the achievement. Anyhow, the area with the 15 rings is actually going to be located right here. This map was actually a little bit bigger than I expected. If you've played their other titles like Soko Bunny and Bunny Parking, they also have open world areas with a bunch of miscellaneous achievements and cool little Easter eggs. But I gotta say, the map on this one is much larger than the other games, much larger than I had expected it to be. When the developer first hooked me up with the game early, I was playing it and trying to find all of the collectibles, aka all of these rings, and I was missing one of them. I had 36 out of 37, and I was pretty much stumped, so I hit up the developer, and then they sent me the map for all of the ring locations, and I was like, man, I just wasted so much time trying to find all of these rings, and the developer had a map for me the whole time. Anyhow, getting the collectible map from the developer really helped me in the end because I was able to create the quickest path to get all of the 37 collectibles. That way you guys can get your 1000 G in a timely manner. Now that little jump can be tricky. You may need to try to jump through there twice to get all 4 rings. After you have all 4, then we're going to head over here because there's just one more over here. So you have 4 plus 1, that's 5, plus the 15. I mean, we found 20 just in this area. And again, there's 37 total. Jump through that one, and now we're going to swim pretty much on the boundaries of the level to get around the map. Now, as you can see, we passed a bunch of puzzles. However, we're saving those for the end. I'm going to be breaking down exactly the quickest way to get 10 puzzles completed at the end of this video. First, I want to get all of the miscellaneous achievements knocked out of the way, just because there's a lot of random ones, and we might as well get them knocked out at the beginning of the video, rather than putting you through 10 puzzle solutions in the beginning and then showing you all of the miscellaneous ones at the end. Because ultimately, the guides on getting those miscellaneous achievements are probably the most valuable information in this video guide, especially the locations for the 37 rings. So, we're going to be walking up here, we're going to skip this puzzle. As I mentioned, we're skipping all of the puzzles for now. Eventually, we're going to need to complete 9 more puzzles so that we can get our achievement for restoring 10 figures, aka completing 10 puzzles. So keep making your way over here. We're going to go over this bridge. Now, once you get to this next little island, we're going to find some toucans. And basically what we need to do is kick one to get an achievement. Now, we're going to find some right here. There's going to be a ring located right here. I actually tried to kick the sleeping toucan and it doesn't work. So we're going to have to find one that maybe isn't sleeping. Before you leave, make sure that you jump into this ring right here. This is going to be our next ring. After you jump through that one, it should turn green as always. Now, this next ring right here to the left is a little tricky, but before we go for that one, make sure that you kick one of these toucans drinking water. This should work eventually. Just gotta kick him in the right spot. He will fly away and you'll unlock your achievement for kicking a toucan. This should unlock an achievement worth 35 gamer score called Are You a Toucan? Next, we have a tricky jump to get through this next ring. You need to jump on top of that tree right there. I'm gonna go for it again. And there we go. That's how you do it right there. And next you need to jump through the ring. That one may take a few tries, but that's how you jump through that ring. And let me tell you, that took me some practice. I don't know if there's an easier way to jump through that one, but I found that that's the only way I was able to get it done. Next, we're going to head back over this bridge. And this time we're going to head over to the left and we're going to go to the top. And once you get to the top, what we need to do is look to the left because there's a couple rings right here. Specifically, I think there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you miss any, you may need to go back to the top and jump off once again. But after you get those 4 rings, we're going to go ahead and go back this way. And we're just going to jump over here. we need to go to the frog area, which is going to be on the upper right hand corner of the map. Jump down here. We're going to swim over here to the left. Now right here, this little island has 4 puzzles on it. That's going to be 4 of the 10 puzzles that we're going to end up completing for our puzzle related achievement. So make sure that you take a mental note on that island. I'm going to be showing you guys a map later with the locations of all 10 puzzles we're going to end up completing. Again, shout out to the developer for hooking me up, because they hooked me up with maps and everything to make this much easier for you guys. Now our next ring is going to be located right here. I ended up needing to go for a second jump on this one. This one can be a little tricky. If you're having trouble making any of these jumps, you need to try to sprint before you make the jump. If you're not sprinting, you're not going to be able to make a lot of these jumps. So make sure that you're holding down the trigger button to sprint. I think it's either the right trigger or the left trigger. Anyhow, yeah, this one's a little rough as well. Probably top 3 hardest rings in the game. Not saying that they're hard, but a little tricky to get on your first time. Just make sure that you sprint before you jump, as I mentioned. After you get that ring, we're going to head over here to this frog statue. He actually has the Kick It Bunny logo in his mouth, and we have an achievement related to kicking one of the logos. At first, I thought you had to kick the logo at the start of the game, and I thought it was nearly impossible or unobtainable to do so, but then the developer told me that there's multiple signs located in the game, and that's the easiest one to kick. So make sure that you kick that frog with the logo in his mouth to get that one. Next, we have a ring located right here, going down this waterfall, so go ahead and make the jump off. Alright, so next we're going to have to go for a pretty long swim around this little island. I would fast forward it for you guys, but I want you guys to be able to follow along at the same pace that I'm going at. Earlier we went up that cliff right there to go to the frog area, however we're skipping this area for now. Going to continue to swim around this island. Right now we're on the upper right hand corner of the map, and now we are heading down south on the right hand side of the map. So what we're going to do is walk up this hill right here. I know I mentioned their other 2 titles earlier, Soko Bunny and Bunny Parking. I don't think I mentioned that I also have achievement guides for those as well, so if you decide you end up wanting to pick up those games, make sure you guys check out my video guides for those as well. You're going to realize that the bunny is way upgraded compared to those games. He got a total makeover. Shout out to them for redoing the design of the bunny. The other one was kind of creepy, if I'm being honest with you. Not only that, but the graphics are just much better in this one. Anyhow, we're going to make our way over here, and all we have to do at this point, guys, is collect 5 more rings, and then we have all of the miscellaneous achievements wrapped up. And after this, we only have 4 more rings left, 2 of which are in the same jump. So what we need to do is make our way over here. We're going to jump off of the cliff into the water, and there's going to be one located right here on the side of the cliff. Just keep following the side of the cliff, and you're going to find it right here in between these rocks. There we go. Again, make sure you jump through it. It's not going to work if you try to swim through it. We're going to continue to swim over here and start swimming towards the right a little bit. You're going to see an entrance to start walking up right here, and we just need to start sprinting up this hill. We only have 3 more rings left. So far we have 34 out of 37. And the next one is going to be located right here. I found that the jump on this one can be a little tricky as well. You just need to make sure that you jump from the right spot. I recommend jumping from right here. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. All we have is 2 rings left, and they're located just right up the hill, right there. We're going to have to make a perfect jump to get both of them. Let's go for it. 36, 37. At this point, you should unlock one of the largest achievements in the game. It's worth 200 gamer score. It's called Ringed for finding all 37 rings. At this point, guys, you should only have 2 more achievements left, both related to completing puzzles. One for completing 5 puzzles, and then one for completing 10 puzzles. As you can see right here, one's worth 150, and then we have another one worth 200 gamer score. That's the one for completing 10 puzzles or restoring 10 figures. Now, I really debated on how I was going to execute this guide. I could have showed you the video footage of me solving each of these puzzles, but that would have been very complicated for you guys to follow. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 10 puzzles that I recommend completing on the map. Not only that, but I'm going to show you the solutions for each of these 10 puzzles straight from the developer. I actually put them all together in one graphic in effort to make this super easy for you guys. Now, these are the 10 puzzles that I recommend completing. I put a green square over all 10 so that you can easily point them out. We're going to do the little cat, the heart mini, the crocodile, the fur mini, the key, the sword, the dog, camel, cactus, and finally the flamingo. I'll make sure to timestamp this graphic if you need to go back to it. It will also be in the true achievement solution for this achievement. So basically what you want to do is open up your map and you want to make your way to each of these puzzles. Once you navigate to one of these puzzles, what you're going to do is look at the graphic that has all of the solutions. Make sure that you note the animal or the object that you're trying to create with the puzzle and that you look up the solution for that puzzle. The solution is going to show you exactly how to solve that puzzle. I'm going to put up the graphic of all of the solutions right here. These are the solutions for each of the puzzles that I marked on that map. So make sure that once you navigate to one of these puzzles that you refer to this graphic on how to solve them easily and as quickly as possible. Other than that, that pretty much wraps up the video guide, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let this graphic roll for the next 45 minutes if you need to refer to it. Obviously, it helps with my watch time if you keep it up while you're playing. So yeah, once you get to any of these puzzles, make sure that you just refer to this portion of the video on how to solve that puzzle. Besides that, as always, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. We just hit 20 patrons. I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody in the biggest fan club, including Tim G84, AOJ, Blackbird, and Kegger101. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.